Céline Dion. What if the voice that made the world cry was breaking in silence? What if every ovation hid a bruise, and every perfect high note was chased by a seizure in the dark? Tonight, I'm pulling back the curtain. Not for gossip, for truth. Because a voice can be a weapon, a prayer, and sometimes a scream no one hears. My name is Céline Dion, and for years, people called me the Golden Voice. Stages, spotlights, award shows, all of it felt like a dream, stitched together by stubborn hope. I grew up the youngest of a big, lovable, broke family in a tiny Canadian town. Our kitchen was a concert hall, our piano was a little out of tune, and our faith was louder than our worries. I wasn't cool, I wasn't glamorous, I was just a girl who believed a song could change a life. Maybe even mine. Then I met René Angélil. He heard something in my voice I hadn't learned to hear in myself. He believed so hard he put everything on the line to give me a shot. And we ran. From small rooms to stadiums, from trembling auditions to nights where the whole world sang with me. I hit notes I didn't know I could reach. And the world said, "Higher." I went higher. But every light throws a shadow. I learned that quickly. When my career exploded, so did the opinions. Some people said I was a shadow of someone else. Some said I wasn't soulful, just technical. Others said I'd be nothing without one big movie song, as if a single melody could carry a whole life. I swallowed the headlines, wiped my eyes, and did the only thing I know how to do. I sang like my heart was on fire. And life kept testing me. The love of my life, my husband, my mentor got sick. I held his hand and kept showing up. In 2016, I lost him. 2 days later, I lost my brother. Grief doesn't ask if you're ready. It knocks the door off the hinges and walks in. I collapsed. I truly thought that was the end of me. Then came the illness, with the cruelest name I've ever heard: stiff person syndrome. Muscles clamped like iron, hands shaking, notes that once flew like birds suddenly felt trapped in a cage. People whispered, "She's done." I heard it. I pretended I didn't. I smiled for cameras. And then I cried where no one could see. But this isn't just a story of pain. It's about the 5 times I learned what the industry never teaches you. That artistry isn't just talent, it's endurance. The first wound was rivalry. Not the fun, healthy kind that pushes you to practice harder. No, the kind that turns music into a scoreboard. Imagine working your whole life for a song that saves someone's night, and then being told your success is just luck. That your voice only rides on a wave you didn't make. I stood there, chin up, and sang anyway. Because here's the truth. Charts go up and down. Integrity doesn't. The second wound was romance tangled with work. Duets sound heavenly because 2 voices become one. Offstage, the harmony can fall apart. I learned that promises whispered in green rooms are fragile. That sometimes the person who shared a spotlight with you won't share the storm. I walked out of a room one night knowing I wasn't anyone's accessory. I'd rather stand alone than stand beside someone who doesn't respect me. The third wound happened on stage, where the whole world can see. There was a night I was meant to share a moment, split a peak, lift a room together. Instead, the song became a tug of war. When the music stopped, I smiled, hugged, bowed. Later, in the quiet, I shook. Not with anger, with clarity. You don't fight for a crown that wasn't made for your head. You craft your own. The fourth wound came wrapped in nostalgia. I met a legend I'd admired since I was a kid, huddled close to a radio in winter. I thought we'd talk phrasing and breath control and how a lyric should land like a promise. Instead, I learned not every invitation is about music. I chose my self-respect over a headline and walked. Losing that chance stung. Keeping my dignity didn't. The fifth wound? That one cut the deepest because it came dressed as sisterhood. I've always believed two strong voices can hold each other up. We recorded together. It felt like fate. Later, a moment we were supposed to share wasn't shared. I left the stage with a smile and a knot in my throat. That night, I decided something. I will never build my light by dimming someone else's. If that means sometimes I stand in the shadows, so be it. My audience knows where to look. These weren't scandals to feed a rumor mill, they were lessons. 5 knives that taught me how to bandage myself. 5 storms that showed me which roof leaks and which walls hold. And through every cut, the same thread kept me together. Music. When grief made my hands shake, music steadied them. When people called me a relic, music reminded me I'm still a living, breathing instrument. When my body betrayed me, music sat beside me and said, "We'll go at your pace." People ask, "How did you keep going?" I look to my children. I see their eyes bright, brave, honest, and I remember who I am when the microphones are off. We play in the garden. The sun slides down the sky. Laughter drifts like a song you don't want to end. In those moments, I win. Not on a stage, not on a list, not in a magazine. Here, with the people who love me for the woman, not the voice. Do I have regrets? Sure. I wish I'd rested more, worried less, said no faster, said yes slower. I wish I'd learned earlier that some doors don't open, they trap. But would I trade the scars for an easier melody? No. The cracks in a bell are what make its tone unique. Every scar I carry changed how I sing. It put ache in the vowels and grace in the breath. You hear it. That's why you come back. Not for perfection, for truth. So if you're listening right now, or really listening, hear this. You may never stand under hot lights, or hear your name echo in an arena, but you have a voice. Your voice might be a pen, a sketchbook, a classroom, a kitchen, a hospital night shift. People will doubt you. Some will use you. A few will try to write your song for you. Don't hand them the pen. Don't mute yourself to be liked. Don't shrink to fit a frame you didn't choose. Protect your instrument. Trust your tempo. Take your breath. As for me, I'm still here. Some days I sing softly. Some days I just hum. Some days I listen. But the music hasn't left me, and I won't leave it. If this story moved you, even a little, stick around. Drop a like so the algorithm doesn't bury voices that speak from the gut. Subscribe if you want more raw, honest stories about the art, the fight, and the fragile miracle of getting back up. And tell me in the comments, what's your song right now? Not the one on the radio, the one inside you. I'll be reading. I always do.